Alright, so we are going to do our doors today, and I think this will probably take us a little bit of time because most of your houses are going to have quite a few doors. And we use the same door whether it's locked or unlocked. We can lock it for the doors that we're not using, and for the doors that we're going to go into, it's the same door, it allows itself to be opened. They're pre-rigged, they're pre-animated. They've got all of the programming in them to be locked. They've got sound with them. They've even got multiple skins, which I'll show you how. So we can flip our doors, into different appearances throughout the house. So you can have, clean doors, dirty doors, white doors, red doors. They're super easy to use. So yeah. So let's do this. So first, you're gonna go to roughly the spot where your door is. So on my house, when I come up to it, the front door's right here in this gap that I've left. So I'm going to come over here to my entity tool. Okay. I'm going to click this light bulb, the little entity tool. Then we're going to go over to the other side, right over here, where it says Category, Entities, Object. You're going to pop that drop down menu, and you are going to look for Prop Door Rotating. Okay, Prop Door Rotating. So I'm going to go to Entity Tool here. I'm going to come to the other side where it says Category, Entities, Objects. We're going to drop this down, and you're going to look for Prop Door Rotating. Once you do that, we're going to click on the ground, and you're going to see this entity right here. Now the thing is, don't add any other entities, okay? Some of those entities are broken. Some of them require additional steps or setup before they work. So if you put in an entity before we're ready to in class, you could break your map, and you'll have to send me your map, and I have to take it apart and try to figure out what broke. So I know there's a lot of interesting sounding entities inside of there. But just hold off on putting in anything extra just yet. So when you drop in this prop door rotating, depending on how close you are to it, it's either going to look like a red box, or you might see some purple sticking out of it, or if you're far away from it, you're just going to see a purple ball. All right. So it doesn't matter. Same thing. It works the same way. It just depends on where you're at is what you're going to see. And the purple ball is actually the hinge on the door is what you're seeing. So just so you know. All right, so once I place this, so I went here, I set prop door rotating, I click on the ground, there's my prop door rotating. I'm going to take my selection tool, the red arrow, and I'm going to double click on this little red box. That's going to bring up the object properties for this thing right here. There's a ton of settings inside of here. So we're just going to look at a couple of them right now, and then over time, we have a long school year ahead of us. You'll eventually learn what a lot of these are. But right now, the first one I want to look at is the one called World Model. Okay, so you're going to select World Model off of this list and click Browse. And it's going to bring you to this menu right here. Now, here's a weird bug. Remember I said there's bugs in this program that haven't been fixed? One of them is that the model browser, the first time you open it, it opens up into this weird, it's like a window, and there's just a little thing in the upper left-hand corner. It won't look anything like mine. You'll come in here, you'll click World Model, Browse, and you're going to get a little window. It's like gray, and it's got a little thing in the corner. It's kind of like a chopped off box. You can't even really read what it says. That's normal. It's a known bug. So we're just going to close it all up, come back to the red box, double click it, and then it just happens the first time. So the very first time you go to do one of these props or these entities, this bug is going to pop up, but it's weird. It's only the first time. So all you got to do is close everything, come back to the red box. So you don't have to close Hammer, just close the windows that opened. Okay, so we're going to go back to the red box, double click it, go to World Model, Browse, and then you should be in this window right here. Yours may not, yeah, yours will probably look like this. All right. So this is our entity browser. And again, there's a lot of interesting stuff in here. So, but some of this stuff requires additional settings to use it. So you can't just throw any random thing in there. So give me a chance to explain it over the next week or so before you start putting in random entities, because I'll tell you how to handle each one of them, because they all work differently depending on what they're intended to do. Some of them move, some of them can be picked up, some of them can't be picked up, some of them have physics, some of them don't have physics, and so you have to know what kind of prop it is before you can use it. So I want you to hold off before you start digging through here and deciding to put in cardboard boxes and stuff like that. Just give me a few days. So the one we're looking for, where it says filter right here, I want you to type in door. Okay. And you're going to see there's a whole bunch of doors. Okay. We are looking for door 01 left. This is like the default door in Half-Life 2. Okay, so it's going to look something like this. So when you type in door, it's going to filter your prop list. Okay, so you'll notice I'm on MDL files here. You shouldn't have to click this, but you want to be on the top here, MDL files. So you shouldn't have to click this, but just in case, if yours comes up with nothing, make sure you're at the top of the folder list here. Under filter, we're going to type in the word door, and then just kind of scroll up to the top, and we're looking for door 01 underscore left .mdl, but it's door 01 left. That's the name of the door. It looks like this. Now, once you have that, you'll notice there's a little skins tab right here. So a skin is the like the picture that's over the top of the model. So if I click on this, you'll see that this particular door has 14 different skins. It's got 0 through 13, so a total of 14 different skins. And you can click on them. And so the skin is just going to change the appearance of the door. It's going to functionally be the same, but this gives you a variety of doors. They just have a different image over the top of them. So I'm going to use this one because this looks like a front door to me. It's a big, solid wood looking door. But you can use any of them. Pick whatever one makes you happy. Okay, so I'm going to go with that one. I'm going to click OK. And then I'm going to click Apply. I can close this. There's the door. And so now all that's left is I need to align it. So I'm just going to zoom in here, and I'm just going to grab that door. I'm going to drag it into place. And make sure it's lined up. Check my walls. So here's the edge of the door right here. So I'm going to make sure that my wall is touching that. And I'm going to go to the other side and check on it. So here's my wall. I'm going to pull the wall in just a little bit. So now my wall is just touching the edges of the door. Here's one side, and I'll check the other side. There's the other side. Looks good. Now don't forget, we're working in 3 dimensions, right? So that's my top view. So now I'm going to go to, I think this is what, front? Yeah, front view. So now I'm going to come in here. I'm going to select my door. And I'll move the door up, and I'm going to go ahead and align it with the ground. Okay, so that's it. There's my door. So if we look back, there's the door, fits, looks good. It's all lined up. All right. Now with the door, really the only thing you need to look at here is this little purple thing. This is the hinge. It's pretty obvious because the handle's on this side, so this is the side of the door that's hinged. If the door is not, it's not where you need it, right? So if I need this door to open the opposite way, all I'm going to do is from this top view right here, I can click on it, And see, every time I click on it, can you see the corner handles are changing? These little handles here. So every time I click on it, see how they change? When you see circles, that means you're in rotate mode. So if I click on this and I see a circle, I can grab the circle and I can flip it. So if I need a door that goes the other way, I can just flip it around and then go back to my normal handles, and I can drag the door into place. Okay, now see the hinges on the other side. So I'm going to put it back though, because that's not how my door works. All right, so this is the hinge. So if you need to flip it, it's really easy, and this works for anything. You know, if you've got an angled wall in your house or something like that, if you wanted to angle something, anytime you click on it in these two-dimensional views, see how every time I click on it, so this is my normal, they call this the transform mode. We would scale and stuff. It's just the normal mode, lets me move it around. Okay, if I click it and I get the circles, that's my rotate. So I can rotate this door to whatever angle I need it to be. If you know your house has an angled entryway or something like that. All right, so there's my door. My door's in good position there. All right, so we've got a door. This is a prop door rotating, which means it's animated. It's got its locking system already built into it. It's got sound effects already built into it. So, so this door is good to go for today. So all that's left for this is I need to fill in this little gap above the top. So I'll show you guys what I do. So I will click one of the walls on either side. It does not matter which one it is. I'm going to shift, click, drag. So I duplicate that wall, right? Release the mouse, release shift. Okay. So again, for copying, I'm going to hold down shift. I'm going to click and hold, drag, release the mouse, release shift. Now I have a copy. All right. So watch what I'll do. So I need to fill this space above the door, the header space, right? So I've got this little wall right here. I'm going to shift, click, drag, release the mouse, release shift. I'm going to take that wall, my fresh copy, right? This is a copy of the wall. So I'm going to take that piece and I'm just going to fill in this gap. Okay. And again, I'll go to my front view. Okay, here's my front view. Drag this up. There we go. All right. There it is. There's my door. I've built the wall around it. Look at it from this side. There it is. I've got the door, the header piece above it, and this is a prop rotating. So that means that this door is fully functional. I walk up to it, I press E, and the door will open. If I press E again, the door will close. So in the lesson tomorrow, I'll show you how to lock the door. But for right now, all the doors are going to be unlocked. So your assignment today is to just go through and put all the doors that you can. And I understand some of your houses are a little bigger, and there's lots of doors in your houses. So the doors copy just like anything else. So you know, if it were me and I were doing this assignment, I would probably do a lot of shift, click, drag, and I would just create copies of that same door instead of going through the hassle of creating an entity, setting the world model. I think I would probably just get a door in there and just keep copying that same door once I, you know, got the door that I wanted. But it doesn't really matter. Either way works just fine as long as we get all the doors in. All right. So that's your assignment today, is to continue working on your walls, and we're going to start adding doors in throughout the house. All right. And then tomorrow we'll go through locking the doors and, you know, kind of detailing up some of that stuff, things like door frames and all that good stuff. All right. So nothing to turn in today. We'll be looking at on Wednesday a progress check on your map, but for today, just start adding doors, get those walls in there, and that's it. Make sure you guys check in before you leave class.